to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Gazelle, reporting to you.
One way to catch a rat is to set traps. What's that smell?
Calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentations. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only locations.
Видишь там что-нибудь?
Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentations. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Gazelle.
Check the schedule.
Live.
Lord Covelli knows everything that is going on.
What do you mean you think he'd make a better capo? Mr. Nicolazzi, he is a great man.
Pension's getting
His
high.
family, it is where it is because of him.
Of course, but what do you expect? The Devali family has lost a lot of respect in the last few years.
Я говорю, наружу только за вход.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
to confirm something.
Maybe
Dispatch.
no trouble.
This is Novak, 1026. Over.
What do you expect?
Not much going on.
I've applied for this area is off limits.
I cannot believe this.
I have to help this customer. If you have other things to do, maybe you could come back later.
Alex, this whisper chip you gave me, it's an easy plant?
You're heading into TF-29? Already?
Our enemies aren't waiting around while we lick our wounds.
Fair enough. There'll be a data port on the NSN's motherboard. Access it and then just plug and play. Or plug and record in this case.
Got it. I'll let you know when it's done.
These guys who crashed the Dubai office still have no idea who they were? Welcome back. Oh, hold on just a sec.
You know who's been suspiciously quiet the last couple of days? The Collective. Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, Aria, yeah, it was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos. Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm alright.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now, a meeting with Lyon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, that reminds me, here's yours.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. Third one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Aria. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
Copy that.
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet agents. I think one of them will pop up.
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline. Give us a minute. I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. He plays it too close to the edge.
He made it out of Dubai, didn't he?
I'm telling you, if it had been anyone but Jensen on the ground, Singh would be dead.
Well, you know what? I think you're right.
I don't even know where to start with fear right now. I'd rather not say what this
Jensen, we need to talk. My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up Intellicam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party. I need you to find out as much as you can about our snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
All right. You have any leads?
I traced our hacker snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny. Just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Janus relies on public perception. A word of advice, stay off the Aug Rights web pages this week.
These guys might as well...
Last night, the Collective published the tax returns of 50 richest people in Switzerland. It made for some very interesting reading.
But they're never going to beat the time they broadcast that sweatshop footage during the halftime show.
Am I hearing things? Are you two actually praising the Collective?
We're comparing notes. If we don't learn the way these people think, we'll never track them down.
I'm sorry, we're all in strung-out shape.
What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists who are hackers. What I need you to do is listen to all the data I have.
Suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks.
These guys might as well be gone.
Train station casualty report!
These guys might as well be ghosts.
And we at Palisade Property Bank have made a
Explosion in Tokyo! Was it an accident?
Russia?
Yeah, multiple. Whoever it was got away with the deadly virus they had stored.
Hey, this wasn't the Vector's.
There isn't much here to go on fire.
Most likely eyewitnesses were smashed in the incident.
Still waiting for the report on that clothing fragment!
Urgent. Katerina Noya to Agent Coon's office. Agent Noya, report to Agent Coon.
All the data I have right
Evac team estimated ETA 60
It'd be
seconds.
easier if someone would just step up and do it.
They're like serial killers. Deep down, they all want to be caught.
Maybe whoever's in charge
Who
didn't
am I?
get warm anymore.
I'm the guy doing this fucking job. Who the fuck are you?
Maybe the connection is that there is no connection.
State police are playing stingy with sharing evidence.
It's a smart move. They don't want to be caught in the dragnet. Thanks. Keep digging.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam, hang on a sec. Filling out supply request forms for McCready and his boys is tedious as hell, but I don't want to give him another reason to say no.
Say no to what?
Are you kidding me? Right now, you're the only active augmented agent we have. I'm hoping to change that, been asking him every week practically, but so far, permission denied.
Really? He gave you a reason?
Says my stress levels are too high. Told me I should sign up for meditation classes and drag Chang in with me so he'd chill out and stop changing security codes all the time. It sucks because I really wanted to find out who those crashers in Dubai were.
After the bombing, when Chang changed all the locks and codes, was he under orders? Was there a credible threat to our location?
Maybe, but I don't think so. You know how he gets. Still, he wasn't the only one overreacting this time. A lot of people have been here for over 36 hours, and the state police have not exactly been cooperative.
I can imagine.
It took several hours before we got the security footage from the train station and surrounding streets. It's like they don't trust Interpol. It's weird. I can almost understand Chang's paranoia.
Well, Chang doesn't trust anyone, especially anyone in law enforcement.
Well, if you thought he was high-strung before, the attack only made him more manic. He's making connections no one else sees, and some that may not be there.
Explosions tend to damage things like sensitive electronic equipment.
Right? Try telling him that.
You were saying your stress levels were affecting your chances of becoming a field agent. Why is that?
I have a rare resistance to neuropazine. I need more than the average person, especially in stressful situations. They say I'd be too expensive, so it's not just discrimination. That would be easier to deal with. It's a combination of things.
Well, that combination of things is pretty bad in Prague, and getting worse.
I know, but Interpol was the only agency who would give me a chance, and this is where I was assigned. I have no problem with that. I'll take whatever they throw at me.
Good.
It took me months of rehabilitation, getting used to the new arm, learning how to shoot again, learning how to tie my own boots. But I did it, and I'm better than I was before. I want to help, and I can. My place is out there in the field where I can make a difference. You know that. And if you can do it, so can I.
Don't give up, Arya. Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
I still can't believe Miller gave the gold mask case to McCready.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. You were there too. You're probably as pissed about those guys getting the drop on the team in Dubai as McCready is. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. Agent Singh might have been killed.
It could have been worse. That's why I want to find these guys. Maybe I'll talk to McCready, see if I can help.
Good luck with that. He chewed me out for asking if I could help with the case. I should have kept his new keycard. I don't want him stinking up my range anyway.
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Yeah, sure. Talk to you later.
Somewhere in this city, there's a mob-owned casino and sewer. I've heard everything.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
This is so weird.
You
think one of them would pop up at some point?
Lost their lives due to malfunction.
The Jinn still believe us and told them or don't. We need to know.
The last team walked straight into an ambush.
Has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides.
You think one of them would pop up at some point?
Initiate access denied. Access granted.
Jakarta's no picnic right now, I'll tell you that. There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night. We never got an official okay from the Indonesians, so...
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it.
Run DNHX through all the alphabet H's. Nothing.
Maybe the connection is that there is no connection. That's fucked up. Composition could tell us a lot, but if it's
psychotic kills.
NSA Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Around the clock, around the world.
I'd love to get a look at the bonfire.
No dice, not our show.
Something here, I'll find it.
Right out of our department, agent in police office. Agent Joy, report to agent.
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You check with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. That's why it's a good thing you disabled the Jinn's comms booster in Dubai. Singh's cover with the Jinn is still intact. I'm hoping once he's back in Basra, he can use his network to dig around. Maybe these gold mask jokers will ping locally. Probably another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose collar it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen, I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys ain't gonna change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you. Fine. I joined regular army straight out of secondary school, made UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it's very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
Yeah. But tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. That everything?
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archiving company.
Around the clock, around the world. Like a snake, always watching, because you are always watching. Turning now to Prague. The city still
I guess the transit authority isn't in as much of a hurry as you are.
I think one of them would pop up at some point.
millions of workers lost their jobs. Collectively, between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite being a person and them. It's Eliza Cassan. Our portable data solution, massive storage capacity, flexible streaming, and other unique and patented features. Area. Up the stratosphere. Down to New York. And a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507. Also, Human Restoration Act. Legislation
These guys might as well be ghosts. They should... Jensen!
arrested and relocated.
I guess the transit authority isn't in as much of a hurry as you are then.
Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again. In civvies, at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome. But I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. That ambush knocked everyone on their asses. TF-29, Bell Tower, the Jinn. To cover all the angles, I need to go back. Hopefully my cover is still good. You killing the signal booster at the hotel should help.
You're thinking the Jinn can get a beat on our gate crashers faster than TF-29?
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story. Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered the weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day...
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you won't feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage these hackers leave in their wake. Last year,
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list.
Traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transports from getting through. In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet. Nothing.
Between you and me, folks, the collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Despite whatever praises the underground media.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Ariel is constantly bringing the best and latest technology. Our portable data.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Ariel, up in the stratosphere. To New York.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet.
At UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation
These guys might as well be
calls
ghosts.
for the removal and downloading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentations. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only
This is so
locations.
weird.
Safety is the primary concern.
hate this. I really hate this.
Where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation.
I see you've been spending time with
Opponents
Jack.
of the
You'd
legislation
think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
and many of the protests
It is Jensen, yes?
has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you, live from Picus.
God, my eyes want to retreat into my skull.
Agent Jensen. You'd think one of them would pop up on some list.
Scrubbing through garbage for hours.
Listen up, team. What's our status? Where was that chopper headed?
I have 3 airfield tickets out there, promise. They're privately owned, and nobody can get close enough to take a look.
I got a whole lot of nothing.
Close
Every
my
time I
eyes,
send
but
someone
all
to
I see
follow up
screams
on a
of
lead,
code.
it turns out the buildings were abandoned, burned out.
Things got pretty hairy in Dubai. are the chances you knew he was taken?
Right now,
To designated off-only locations. Safety is a primary concern to her, especially in the wake of the Aug incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation.
They're posturing, as opposed to conducting an actual target. We know state police aren't above profiling.
patience is the first thing to learn.
Is it or is it not a probable target?
There's much here to go.
That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killer's house, causing the greatest loss of life.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really hurts.
Look, I'm going as fast as I can.
You'd think one of them would pop up. It is Jensen.
No, that's not consistent with the train station cameras. We're designed to get maximum.
Shouldn't you be out there tracking down whoever tried to hack into us?
You said some hacker's been getting too close to the task force. What is it you need me to do exactly?
I gave you the address of where the hack's been coming from. I need you to find out who's doing this. Figure out what they know and what they want. Remember, if the location of the task force is exposed, none of us are safe.
As soon as I know something, so will you.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
Caterina Noyan to Agent office. Agent Noyan,
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
An augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit, and Ruth...
I'm in the middle of something, Agent.
Box recorder suggests that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the August. That horrible day
I think Director Miller's making a mistake, putting all our resources into finding these Dubai...
This is Jensen, yes?
I guess the transit authority just needs
Where the agency went.
Fully urgent.
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing terrible. I don't want to...
It's gonna take them a while.
I hate this. I really hate this.
Guys, might as well be close.
Alex, the whisper chip is in.
Weird, it's already picking up a freak. Jesus, Adam, is Miller in there right now?
Shit, gotta go.
Jensen, I need to see you, now!
Agent Jensen reporting for duty, sir. Tried to do it earlier, but you were on a conference call.
Yeah, I was. Should I be worried about you, Jensen?
Sorry?
That blow you took to your systems. It's not messing with your head or anything, making you do things?
I'm not gonna go crazy and start attacking people, if that's what you're worried about.
You've been checked out then. The problem with your orbs is gone.
I took care of it.
Good, good. God knows, with all that's happened, I need you at 100% right now.
You sounded pissed when you called me in. Everything okay?
Don't ever leave the field, Jensen. You'll regret it. As soon as you strap a desk to your ass, you'll be swimming in goddamn politics.
The boss is giving you trouble?
What? Oh, that. No, the trouble's state police. They're pushing us out of the Ruzicka investigation. I want you over there to make sure that doesn't happen.
You're putting me on the train station attack? Not Dubai?
Forget Dubai. McCready's handling it.
Good. Thought I'd have to fight him to let me handle this one. Whoever planted those bombs yesterday has a lot to answer for.
Agreed. And we have to find out who they are before the state police fuck up our crime scene.
You said they're trying to push us out?
I sent Fletcher in this morning to oversee evidence collection. Seems he's being detained because he hasn't checked in since.
They can't lock us out. The Czech Republic signed our UN mandate agreement. They gave us jurisdiction over terrorist investigations.
Yeah, well, the former director of their security information services runs state police now. He's come up with a loophole, claiming this attack falls under the homegrown terror exemption.
Homegrown? He's saying it's ARC? The Augmented Rights Coalition?
I don't care what he's saying. He may even be right. I just want us in there so we can find out.
Chang said you've got him cleaning up in telecam footage that was captured during the bombing. Maybe it can tell us something.
Maybe. But between you and me, Chang's become a little more unglued since Ruzicka. Not sure we can wait for him to get his shit together.
So where do I start?
Technically, you're supposed to speak to our psychologist before getting back into action.
I don't need a shrink.
Convenient because she's not in the office right now, and I don't want to waste any more time.
So how do I get to Ruzicka? Public transportation's not stopping there.
It will for you once I make a phone call. Head to the metro and call me when you're there. Good luck, Agent.
Continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective. An elusive
I'm doing extra communication scanning tonight for an operation in China. Our people there are taking down the traffic operation.
Harvesters and traces.
No, that group seems to have shifted.
and elected a 12-year-old boy as
Are you kidding? Whoever's doing it is fine.
Hey, Adam.
Alex, did we get anything from the Whisper chip?
We got something, but Jane has provided the wrong algorithm for the frequencies, so they aren't getting deciphered correctly.
Can you fix it?
I'm a pilot, not a programmer. I can do it, but it's gonna take some time.
Nice coat. Sorry if I was rude before. If the store had been empty.
We all have our roles to play, Sedlak. How's yours going?
It is giving me new respect for criminals who run front operations. Late shipments, supply problems, random police searches at customs. Ugh.
I thought this store was just a front.
Best Front is a real company. Prahadovos is registered as an international shipping corporation in every country in the EU. I can get an office, way station, or depot up and running anywhere in Europe within 72 hours. I do not suppose you spoke to Agent Chang while you were down there.
He told me you've been hacked. I'm looking into it.
Good. I will sleep better knowing an experienced field agent is on the case.
Anything you can tell me about this hack?
Chang will know more than me. I just told him something strange was going on. Utility statements being accessed, incomplete information on orders, that kind of thing.
The kind of thing that's easy to miss. Surprised you noticed it.
When you have been doing this as long as me, you start to question every little thing. Plus, that old lady kept coming around.
Old lady?
Chatty thing. I thought she was just lonely, until I caught her staring at the terminal when my back was turned.
Did you confront her about it?
I told Chang. Asked him to put a field agent on it.
Field agent?
We both know the deal, Jensen. There are two types of agents in this office. The ones who do the footwork and work the leads, and the ones who analyze them.
And you think Chang's one of those?
I think Chang lives in his head too much. He's good. He's very good. But it is also good that the task force brought in a new psychologist this month.
Well, I better get going. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Do not tell me, tell Chang. I have a cover to keep. I'm glad you were not hurt in the bombing yesterday, Agent Jensen. The task force needs good men like you.
Thanks, Sedlak. Take care.